Hello friends and welcome. I'm Sarah Liz and I have an enormous unboxing crafty haul something for you. This is what I ordered from the Elizabeth Craft Designs Black Friday sale. It is still going on and I wanted to show you what I got. I think in the spreadsheet video I said I ordered like $30 or 30 things for under $100. And then I hadn't actually checked out yet. By the time I got back to my cart, a few things had sold out. So I swapped some things. I actually have 28 items. I spent $122. I want to show you what's here. Okay, I cheated. I pulled one thing out and then I was like, how am I going to show people all these different things? And I got overwhelmed. So I divided everything by price. This sale is items for $2, $3, $5, $7, $10, and then paper is half price. I didn't buy any paper. So this first stack is things that I bought that were $10. Also, you can use my coupon code SassysLLC to get an additional 10% off these ridiculously low prices. I was eyeballing this guy for a lot of last season. I just love the clean lines of it, and you've got some really cute critters and stuff you can put on here. It's a good size. Okay, I cheated a little. So I showed one thing and then I was like, but I don't know which one it was. And it took me forever to find it on the receipt list. And like, I divided everything by price because it made more sense in my head. This one was $10. It's called Sweater Season. They're super cute. These are about, what did I say? Three and a quarter inches maybe wide and 3 inches tall. I was eyeballing this a lot of last season. Also, by the way, you can use my coupon code. It's SassysLLC. I'll put it up on screen and get an additional 10% off the discounted price. So I have a pile for $10 and then 7, 5, 3, and 2, I think. So that's the first one. Then I got this reinforcement variety pack. I have never made a mini album, but they were so cute. And I was like, I'm pretty sure I can come up with fun ways to use these. This was 10 bucks and they're big. These are, I don't know, 4 3/4 of an inch, and you get to punch out a bunch of them at the same time. So that was super fun. This is the food truck accessories. There is a food truck die. I did not buy the actual truck. I have a food truck. But this one has a hamburger and I didn't have a hamburger, and I like this pretzel better than the other one I have. And the sizes are different, right? These are a nice, like pretty standard size. It's about the same size, I would say, as your average like critter stamp or like a Karen Bernstein critter die. And I like that for scale. So I have a whole bunch of different pieces in here. Again, $10. And then this one, this is a kit. This is the Retro Bus kit. And I'll be honest, I think this guy is sold out, but I'm going to open it up anyway, because there were some other kits in there too. And they were by far the best deals. So there's a stamp set and then some little like rings to put the kit together. And then it's one die set, but this is massive. And the mini album is going to be huge. 4 inches wide by 4 1/4 tall, maybe. I love this. And you can easily, I think, cut these pieces off so that it wasn't an album. You would just have this bus. So those are my items I got that were 10 bucks. Even the kit was 10 bucks. And those were the most expensive items. Next, I have items at $7. This is Let's Bake. She doesn't have a face. That's okay. I bought some other girls that have faces. So this is like an add-on, I think, to those. So we have like a whisk and a bowl. I love her little chef's hat. I love buying pieces like this where you could mix and match this with maybe critter dies that you have. I could have a raccoon chef or something. So super cute, $7. And then this is another mini album, but it's not a kit. It's just the die set. It is called The Best Of. And so it makes this adorable mixtape, and it's got all of this like deboss detail in there. I'm super excited about it. There are going to be holes in the bottom, but I'm not super worried about it. Like, I think it's still going to be really cute. Kind of pictures on the back if you want to see. There are kind of holes in the bottoms of tapes anyway. So yeah, I think that's going to be great. And then also $7, I bought the Mushroom House folding card. Like it's a whole folding die. I don't know what it is about a red and white topped mushroom, but I think they're so cute. And I have so many critter stamps and dies that I want to pair with this guy. And I'm really excited. This has great debossed detail in it too. I have some other Elizabeth Craft Designs dies and I know that they cut really well. So I am looking forward to that. Like there's little lines in the sort of roof of our mushroom house too. So that is my pile at $7. At $5, I got this enormous roll of double-sided tape. I've had this brand before, but not in this big of a size, and it's huge. There's 27 yards and it is 6 inches tall. If you haven't seen this before, scrapbook.com's comes like this too. And I really like this for adhering sentiments, card panels where things got really intricate, and I just think it might be easier to tack things down that way. I will say though, I also bought some of the sheets. These were $2 and I think you get 5 per sheet. It's an 8.5 by 11. I love the sheets for certain applications where it's just a little bit easier to apply the adhesive. Like if I need a big area and I'm worried about the roll ending up all over everywhere, and at $2 for 5 of them, I was like, yes, please. Also at $5, I got the zebra. This guy is super cute. And this is where I'm wondering, like, if that chef's hat will fit, like, on the zebra. You know what I mean? All right, so I think he's about true to size. Yeah, I think you could, right? I think that die is gonna fit well on here. It looks like all of these critters and things, I got a bunch of critters and people. I think they're all proportionate, so there's a lot of interchangeable pieces. Next, we have this whale, and he is a great size. I love that that whale can fill a card because there are so many great puns you can make with the word whale. And you know I'm here for it. So again, I think we're in the $5 pile now. I thought that was great. And then we have Mrs. Claus, and I just think she's adorable. This is what I was saying. I have lots of people in my stack. I'm about to get to the $3 stack, and it is huge. And I think all their heads and faces are the same size. So I could also then take like the little girl's face and use this hairstyle and give her like a little bun. It's just that her hair wouldn't be gray. So that'll be fun. And here's the stack of stuff that I got for $3. $3, you guys. So we have this stamp set that has some really great mixed media kinds of stamps. I think I like the bubbles the best. And then of course the unicorn sparkles and then little tubes of paint. This one is called Patterns 2. Then I got this one that's the phone booth special stamps. This is what it's all about. Hello, it's me, Girls Talk. I'll be honest, oh, this is why I bought it. I was like, I can't remember. I love the word flossom, and I wanted a stamp like that. I thought that's worth it. $3 for the word flossom. And then this guy, I used to do a lot of mixed media, you guys, and I haven't in a long time, and I was feeling inspired when I was looking at their website. So it's the most wonderful time of the year. And then this is Oh What Fun, and it's got this really great border. I think that'd be great in some gold embossing powder. It's called Reindeer Mail. Here we have some party accessories that you can add on to your people and your critters. This reminds me very much of like Karen Burniston and her critters. She's got add-ons like this. I have those too. I just am a sucker. I'm a sucker for any like critter, person, you name it, I'm in for it. So party accessories. And then this is the princess, and the face is different than the Mrs. Claus, right? So there's debossed detail in these. Let's see. Like Mrs. Claus has sort of frown lines or cheek lines, age lines, and her face is much rounder and there are no lines. We just have some little like eyebrows in there. I can't remember who I was watching, and I don't think it was Elizabeth Craft dies. They were using colored pencils to add in the detail where those debossed lines were, and it worked beautifully. So that's my plan. That's what I'm gonna try. Also $3, fairy number 1, and she is really cute. This has sort of the same shape of face as the Mrs. Claus. I love these little wings, and she can have her high pony. And then this one is a snow globe. Like the people will fit in it, but it's a snow globe die for $3. And I like that they're separate. You can use just the arch, and then it's not necessarily a Christmas die. You can use it just for winter or something like that. And I think that's really great. And then the cow, I of course love the black and white version that's right here. It's hard to see, but I grew up in a house that looks like a barn, and so I have a thing for cows. If you've been here a while, you've heard it. You've heard it. Trinity Stamps had some cow stuff that came out last spring, and I lost my mind. It was awesome. This guy, I love the size of this. This is, does it say right on here? 2.8 inches by 4 inches. Like that is a really great size. A little bit of like leaf business in the background, and then maybe a sentiment die would be awesome. I have a couple of emergency card kits where I was using leaf dies kind of like this. I love them. I've been eyeballing monsters from Elizabeth Craft Designs for like a year. I don't know why I didn't buy them, but I kept looking at them and not buying them, and like it was time, and they were $3. I think this guy is my favorite, but I think you could also like mix and match those pieces. And the that goofy eyeballs, you know that I am going to repurpose those. I have back here, have I shown you guys this before? I have this little magnet where I keep like random dies, especially dies that I use a lot. Like this is the pop-up from the dies that I designed for Trinity Stamps, set number 2. The eyeballs might just end up like on my magnet. I think they're really, really cute. So it's monster number 1 and number 3. There was a number 2. I didn't like it as much, so I didn't get that one. Then we have a trash can, because there is a raccoon, a trash panda that I have in my stash that I love so, so much. There is a raccoon from Elizabeth Crafts Designs. I didn't think it was cute enough. I didn't like it as much as the one I have. So look at my restraint. There was no restraint. You guys, I told you I'm an impulse buyer, and this was the first big sale I saw, and I just like, I went for it. So we have this great trash can and then some really great trash to put in it. Oh my God, that's amazing. And then this, you guys, this is a flip card. This is, get out of town. This was $3. It cuts the actual card base, and I feel like I want to make this right now. Let's see. Well, tell you what, let's finish going through the couple other things that I got. But there is the die, and then there are little pieces to cut out mats and layers. And then this is a gift card holder, right? And so I think that's the right size to hold a gift card. I don't have a whole one, but I got a half of one. Yeah, you can fit a gift card back there. Okay, well, we'll set that aside. I have a couple more things I bought at $2. I already told you about the double-sided adhesive sheets. And again, these are always more expensive than the rolls. So I got 5 packs of 5. So I spent $10 to get 25 A2, not A2, you guys, 8.5 by 11 sheets of double-sided adhesive. This guy, I thought I had something like this. These are like little sliding tracks. And I forever had some from Lawn Fawn, and I don't know what I did with them. I guess I didn't realize these are slimline, but I'll use them anyway. You know me. And so you can do like little wobblers. I made a card for Spellbinders stuff not that long ago where I had a track like that and our little spinning element that went down the track. So $2 for those. And then we have this koala and his tree with all that great like debossed detail. And then this adorable witch. Look at her. Oh, and her little stripy socks. I'm wondering, I think it's just going to deboss the stripes on the socks so I can use like a marker or a pencil and kind of color in those lines, which is way easier than trying to do it by paper piecing. So I'm here for that. And then this is really interesting. It's like it's showing a different version of the shoes. We have 2 sets of shoes here, so that's fun. And then I think that's it for everything that I bought. Let's make a quick card. Okay, I've cut the card base and we're just gonna go for it. So I'm gonna fold this way and then I'm gonna fold this way. It's a Z fold essentially, but you're kind of ignoring this middle piece. Yeah, I think I might be backwards. Nope, that's right. So this kind of looks like the back side of the cardstock. So I'm just going to grab a bone folder here. How about this one? And kind of press the edges down a little bit, soften those hard edges. It's a really heavyweight cardstock, so sometimes those edges are more pronounced than I want. Okay, so the card's gonna go like this, and that'll flip in the middle. I think it's an A2. Yeah, that's an A2 card. I'm gonna go ahead and add some pattern paper on here. My son's birthday, well, one just had a birthday, and the other has a birthday, gosh, next week? Oh my goodness, it's next week. And so I am making birthday cards this week. So I figured I might as well make a card for Finny Finn. He loves the color red and then any of the warm colors, right? And he knows what he likes. So I don't mess with it, right? I don't try to buck the system. I just make the kid the card I know he wants. Here we go. Smooth that down. I think that contrast is really helpful. Like you can make a card like this on your own. That mechanism's not that hard, but cutting the mats and layers that go with it is always a little tricky. I think if I wanted this happy birthday, I would need it to go this way. And I don't really want to do that. I think I want a sideways card. So I'm just going to measure this. It is like 2.5 by 3 3/4, and I'm going to cut some pieces to go on this center section. All right, so I cut 2 pieces, and then I'm probably going to have to like feed my kids dinner and then take one to basketball practice and then come back and finish this up. But I'm going to do a little bit of red glitter cardstock. Don't let anybody tell you boys don't like glittery things. My boys are 10 and 7, and they know that glitter means fancy, and they love it. I'm not going to do it all in glitter, right? This is some Spellbinders stuff that I got on super sale, and I think it's like $5 for the mixed pack of glitter cardstock. I'll link you guys to the video I made Saturday, that has a spreadsheet of all of the sales from last year. So you can try to plan ahead. Again, impulse buyer, trying to like not do so much of that. I'll link the spreadsheet below as well. And then I'll link that video for you in case that's helpful. But yeah, I know that my kids like stuffed animals and cute things and glitter. And yeah, they're the best. I love my kids. Okay, so that'll give me a place to write my message. And then I think ultimately on the front, what I'm going to end up doing is adding another layer on top of that glitter. So we just have a border. And then I'll put, I don't know, maybe one of the monsters. He might really like that. We'll try that. All right, so I've gone with monster number 1. I told you he was my favorite. Very excited about that. And I am going to just assemble this guy real quickly. I have my glue, and I am just going to put glue. There's like a little debossed area right in the middle here. And I'm going to do my best not to mess up my tool with too much glue. I'm going to kind of have him looking up. I'm just following the package, honestly. So there are those little pieces, and then these black pieces. I cut them all out of white because they are all on the same die here, right? We have teeth and the eyes and the horns, and I was like, well, let's just like cut them out of white, and then I use my markers to color in the different pieces to whatever color I wanted. That looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. For his teeth, there is a hole here, and I'm going to try to, I don't know if this is the best way. I've never put this together before, but I am going to put a little glue on the back right along the smile, and then I'm going to just tuck the teeth right inside of there. Oh yeah, they don't need to go all the way. That's perfect, right? And then he can be goofy and weird. My kids are goofy and weird. I think think Finn is going to love this guy. Oh, man. Yes. Look how cute that is. Like pointy teeth, but not creepy. I love it. I love it, love it. There are little debossed details for the eyebrows. I'm going to be brave. I have a black colored pencil. This is what I told you I was going to do. My problem is with my studio lights, they're jerry-rigged, friends, but I call them my studio lights. It's hard to see. So I'm going to hold this in my hand so I can see it and just try to drag that pencil kind of along that curve. And then I'll set it down and see what happens with a little firmer pressure. That, you know what? It's pretty good. We'll do it again. Right there. So I know where. Okay. Bushy-browed monster, I guess, to make them match. Those are not the eyes. Do not worry. I'm going to grab my tweezers and pick these up and then put a little bit of glue on the back right underneath those eyebrows. Look how cute he is. Oh my goodness. There are debossed details around the mouth. That feels risky, right? There's like a little like smile hole line situation. I'm gonna let that go. And then here's our card. So it's gonna be a tight fit. I'm bringing in a little bit of light blue on top of that red sparkle, but I might have to abandon it if I'm honest. I'm just not sure if I can fit everything. I'm gonna hold it here and bring in my feet and we'll do this. Yeah. I want to make sure everything's going to flip okay. And I think if things hang over this edge a little bit, we'll be all right. But if they hang over the other edge, it's not going to work. So we're at the very, very bottom. I'm trying to leave some room at the top. I'm also, though, I don't want him to look like his feet are like all the way up in his eyebrows, right? So that's all right. I like this guy. That'll work. Okay, so this guy's going to go here. And then I need a sentiment. He has hands, but they don't fit. I've tried it. I just did like a little posing just to make sure. They're going to end up way off the sides of this card. So I'm going to skip the hands for now, but aren't they cute? Like, oh my goodness. Look, you can, I'm just going to let it go because I'm going to mess it up because I'm doing a live voiceover, which I never do. Okay, like that. Friends, I nearly forgot my horns. So there are debossed lines right here where I have my pencil marks. Again, here I couldn't quite see it right because of the studio lights, and then I figured it out. So when you can see your lines well, right, as long as you have a shadow, you'll be fine. I just drew those in, and then I'm going to add these onto my monster. I think like right above the eyebrows, right? Like that's good. Oh gosh, he looks so cute. Losing my mind. We're going to do like right here. And then we'll just tap them right on there. Perfect. Oh yes. And then I'm going to bring in a little shimmer pen. This one is not even my favorite, but I'm too lazy to find my favorite. I like the one from scrapbook.com. Also, it's cheap. So there's that. So I'll link it. I'll link whatever I can, you know. All right. And then we need a sentiment. So let's move everything. This is all that is left from my emergency card kit 22. This is what came out on January 1st of last year. And I'm going to grab one of these happy birthdays, and I'm going to use Emergency Card Essentials die set number 1. This die set did not exist when this came out, but it is perfect to cut out some of these smaller sentiments. I've got limited space at the top here, so I'm gonna just wedge that into the corner. I think I want this one. Friends, I dropped it on the floor and then I rolled over it with my chair. So sorry about that. I cut a different one. And I was able to just like cut that out with my trimmer because I already had a straight line from this one. So I'm going to glue this one onto a rectangle of cardstock that's a little bit bigger. The sizes don't matter, friends, right? Cut one rectangle and a bigger rectangle, and then all we're doing is trying to center them using 3 sides, right? I cannot change the height here, but it's too long. So I want the same margin on the top and bottom, so it's centered between those, and then the same margin on the left. And I will just trim off little pieces until the right-hand side matches. And then there's only one side that I'm adjusting after the fact. Look at that, right? Pretty easy. Okay, friends, I glued my light blue piece of cardstock on here. It took forever because it's glitter cardstock. But then when I laid out the other pieces, I wasn't happy. And so I have a little bit of black cardstock. Again, just a little bit bigger than what I already have. If this was a normal emergency card, I would use removable adhesive, but I know who I'm giving this to and when it's happening, right? It is, it is like days away. So I'm just going to go ahead and glue everything down. But yeah, normally I would use removable adhesive. So I have this tiny black border all the way around, and then I can just trim little slivers because this is a tight border until they match. That might be it. I think that works. It's not perfect, but Finn's not going to know. The 3 borders are perfect. The top is a little skinny. I like it like that. That's what I'm going with. All right, let's go ahead and adhere our little monster at the bottom. And this guy, yes, I like the black pop. Oh, yes, that's everything it needed. Okay, glue. Let me know, friends, if you're still here. Are you interested in me doing lives? I have to go back to work, like on campus, teaching a couple days a week, starting in about a week. And so I just have less time to record and edit and do that kind of stuff. I've been on sabbatical. If you're interested in lives, that might be a way that I can do more without having to, you know, cut back on my actual job and the things that people pay me a salary to do. Here we go. I'm going to do that cattywampus in the corner. That feels about right for my Finny Fin. All right, my friends, that is our card complete. I love this. We have that little pop of glitter around the outside edge. I am so excited. If you are shopping the Black Friday sales, check the spreadsheet. Make sure you're planning ahead, you're staying within your budget. And quite frankly, the best piece of advice I can give you is quit watching videos like this one. If you already know you love Elizabeth Craft Designs, great. But shop the sales for the companies that you already love. Get the products you already know you want at a discount. And you can use the spreadsheet to show you kind of what they did last year to help you plan for this year. They're not always the same. Honestly, I've seen better sales this year from companies than I did last year. And then make yourself a plan. Like, I know I'm looking at Whimsy Stamps because they have some dies that I've been looking at for a while and I'm really interested in. Maybe Divinity Designs. They have some like fun fold cards that you can make yourself, but they're a giant pain. And they have dies that will do it for you, but they're expensive. They're like $40 and $50 dies. So it kind of depends on what the discount is. Karen Burniston, for sure, she came out with a couple interactive dies this year. And the thing is, I want the interactive die, but then I want the add-ons too. So if I have to pay full price for that one interactive die, but she does what she did last year where it's 30% off for all the add-ons, yes, I am here for that. Like there's this boat that you can turn into a pirate ship. All the pirate stuff is the add-on. So I know the brands I like, and that's kind of what I'm looking at from here. So I would love to know in the comments, what are your favorite brands? I am looking to branch out a little bit next year to show more brands on my channel, just because, I don't know, I feel like I get in a rut sometimes. So if I can help to represent the company that you're already purchasing from, so that it's not just me showing another thing that then you want to buy, like I want to know about it. What brands do you use the most? I would appreciate that. But friends, thank you so much for spending your time with me, and I will see you next time.